Gentlemen, let me ask you a blunt question. Have you ever left the bedroom wondering, was that really enough for her? If you've ever felt that little flicker of doubt, you're not alone. In fact, when researchers interviewed over 10,000 women, the majority admitted that there are things they crave deeply in bed, but they're often too shy or too polite to ask for them. And here's the kicker. Most men never figure it out. They just keep repeating the same routine, hoping it's good enough. But what if I told you that the real secret to unforgettable intimacy isn't about fancy moves or lasting an extra 20 minutes? It's about something far simpler and far more powerful. Stay with me until the end, because today I'm going to break down, step by step, the scientifically proven, psychologically grounded habits that make women feel not only aroused, but also cherished, desired, and safe enough to completely let go. Before we dive in, do me a quick favor, hit that like button, subscribe if you haven't already, and drop a comment below telling me where you're watching from. I love knowing where my community of men is tuning in from around the world. Here's the truth. Most men think women's number one craving is some wild new technique, or the kind of acrobatics you'd see in adult films. But that's a myth. Study after study, and 5 years of my own clinical experience as a urologist show something very different. Women's biggest turn-on isn't a new move. It's feeling desired. Sounds almost too simple, right? But think about it. When a woman feels deeply seen, appreciated, and wanted, her entire nervous system shifts. Her body relaxes, blood flow to her genitals increases, natural lubrication rises, her brain releases oxytocin and dopamine, and suddenly she's not just physically aroused, she's emotionally open. That combination is the difference between decent sex and the kind of connection that has her thinking about you the next morning with a smile on her face. For those who are new here, my name is Dr. Jocelyn Carter. I'm a board-certified urologist and men's health specialist with 5 years of experience helping men overcome bedroom worries, restore confidence, and build stronger, healthier intimacy with their partners. And let me tell you, what I'm about to share isn't guesswork. It's drawn from both science and countless real conversations I've had with men and women in my practice. So here's how we're going to do this. I'll count down the 8 biggest mistakes men make in bed, the habits that quietly kill passion, and I'll give you the replacement habits women secretly crave. Stick with me, because the last one might shock you. It's something almost no man thinks to do, but it's the one that consistently makes women say, "That was unforgettable." Mistake number 8, staying silent. Have you ever noticed how quiet most men are during sex? A few heavy breaths, maybe a grunt here and there, but otherwise silence. Biologically, this is a problem. Women rely heavily on auditory cues. The sound of your voice, especially when it carries desire and approval, triggers her limbic system, the emotional part of her brain, and amplifies arousal. Emotionally, silence feels like indifference. If you don't say anything, she's left wondering, does he actually like this? Am I doing it right? That doubt pulls her out of the moment. The fix? Use your words. You don't have to be Shakespeare. Simple phrases like, "You feel amazing," or "yes, right there," can completely shift her experience. Mistake number 7, generic touch, no specific appreciation. Too many men go through the motions, a kiss here, a squeeze there, but it all feels generic, like he could be doing this with anyone. Biologically, generic touch doesn't activate the same sensory reward loops as specific appreciation. When you say, "I love the way your hips feel under my hands," her brain lights up because it's her you're noticing. Emotionally, it reassures her that she's desirable as she is, not compared to some impossible standard. So, instead of just touching, anchor your touch with words. Let her know exactly what you love in that moment. Mistake number 6, rushing the buildup. This is probably the most common. Men are often goal-driven, get from A to B as quickly as possible. But women's arousal doesn't work like a light switch. It's more like a dimmer. Physiologically, women's genital blood flow takes longer to peak than men's. If you rush, she might never get fully aroused, which means discomfort, dryness, or difficulty reaching climax. Emotionally, rushing makes her feel like a checklist item rather than a partner you want to savor. The replacement habit? Slow down. Linger. Treat foreplay not as a warm-up, but as the main event. Trust me, when she finally begs for more, that's when you know the timing is right. Mistake number 5, not giving feedback. Women want to know they're pleasing you too. If you stay silent or neutral, she's left guessing. Biologically, feedback creates a feedback loop in her brain. Dopamine rewards her for getting it right. Emotionally, it builds her confidence and makes her bold enough to try more. Instead of just taking pleasure, give her feedback, yes, just like that, or don't stop. It turns uncertainty into confidence. Mistake number 4, thinking it's all about technique. Here's a myth. If you just learn the right move, you'll be unforgettable in bed. Wrong. The truth? Women's arousal is 70% psychological, 30% physical. You can have perfect technique, but if she doesn't feel emotionally safe and desired, it won't matter. That's why presence, your eye contact, your attention, your words, is more powerful than any move. Mistake number 3, avoiding desire statements. A lot of men never actually say, I want you. They just assume she knows. But biologically, those words matter. They trigger her parasympathetic nervous system, the relax and receive mode, making her body more responsive. Emotionally, they make her feel chosen, not just, I want sex, but I want you. Try it. Whisper, I want you right now. It lands harder than any technique. Mistake number 2, overcomplicating dirty talk. Many men either avoid dirty talk altogether, or they try to jump straight into graphic language that feels fake. The truth? You don't need scripts. Start simple. Appreciation, feedback, desire. Let the intensity build naturally. Think of it like seasoning. You don't dump the whole spice rack in at once. You add a pinch at the right time, and suddenly everything tastes better. Mistake number 1, forgetting gratitude at the end. This is the big one. After sex, many men just roll over or fall asleep. But for women, the afterglow is one of the most important parts. Biologically, oxytocin, the bonding hormone, surges after orgasm. If you don't connect during this window, you miss the chance to deepen intimacy. Emotionally, saying something like, I loved watching you let go, seals the entire experience with reassurance. It tells her, you matter to me. So here's your action plan broken down. Use your voice, start small, 1 sentence of appreciation during foreplay. Anchor your touch. Say out loud what you love about her body. Slow down. Treat arousal as a journey, not a destination. Give feedback. Let her know when she's driving you wild. Express desire. Say, I want you, and mean it. Keep dirty talk simple. Appreciation plus desire plus feedback. That's your formula. Seal it with gratitude. Afterward, say 1 sincere sentence that honors the experience. Now, maybe you're sitting there thinking, Doc, I'm not smooth. This feels awkward. That's normal. Most men weren't raised to use their voice in this way. But here's the good news. This is a skill, not a talent. You can practice it just like any other muscle. And when you do, when you find the courage to voice desire and appreciation, you'll notice something incredible. She won't just respond physically. She'll respond emotionally. She'll trust you more. She'll relax into you more. And the intimacy you share will go from routine to unforgettable. Gentlemen, listen closely. Age does not end intimacy. It does not end desire. It does not end your ability to make a woman feel alive in your arms. What ends intimacy is silence, indifference, and repetition. But with small changes, just a few words spoken at the right time, you can revive connection, passion, and confidence. So here's my challenge to you. Tonight, use just one of the phrases I gave you. Whisper it, mean it, and watch how she responds. If you found this helpful, hit that like button, subscribe for more straight-talking men's health guidance, and share this with a friend who needs to hear it. I'm Dr. Jocelyn Carter, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, you're never too old, too quiet, or too inexperienced to create unforgettable intimacy. All it takes is presence, honesty, and the courage to use your voice.